It's the people assembled in front of me today. None of you, my guess is, have avoided being touched by this terrible disease of cancer. But ladies and gentlemen, we are, all of you are, the Weinbergs are, testament to the fact that that hope is triumphing over fear. It's a frightening diagnosis to hear those words. Many of you have heard them. Many of your family members have heard them. But I'm here to tell you that although the Weinbergs have been doing this a long time, raised over $25 million for this effort, have been dedicated to it, as many of you have, and they deserve our thanks, we are at an inflection point that we were not at when you started this effort. In the last 4 years, the science and technology have reached a point that those in the war against cancer never had reached before. We now have the immunologist actually working with the geneticist, and the geneticist actually working with the virologist, and the virologist actually working with the whole range of disciplines and the collection of people around the world. When we announced the Cancer Moonshot, it stunned me how many people around the world contacted me, how many heads of government, not only in the United States of America, but around the world, want to join this effort. I promise you, I am absolutely confident that 10 years from now, we're still going to be running, but we're running in the memory of people from 10 years ago who will not be running because so many people are affected. Ladies and gentlemen, no, I really mean it. Let me give you one example. I was recently in the Vatican, actually yesterday, was it yesterday? Or the day before yesterday. With an awful lot of Protestant Jews and Muslims and Catholics as well. There's an assembly of the leading scientists in the world. And folks, think of this. We're in the process of accumulating all that data, all those biopsies, all of those genomes that have been done of the cancer cells and brains in massive numbers. We now have a computing capability of doing more than 1,000 billion calculations per second. The answer lies in determining why certain drugs work for some and not others. The answer lies in all that data. And the breakthroughs that are occurring are mind-blowing. Many of you in this audience, my guests, are doctors. Many of you are neurosurgeons. But before I go any further, let me introduce my family. My family, who is like your families, just part of Bo. Bo's brother, Hunter Biden. Come up here, Hunter. And one of Bo's best friends in the whole world, Hunter's wife, his sister-in-law, Kathleen, who was with him all the time. Bo's sister, Ashley Biden. And her husband, my son-in-law, Dr. Howard Krein, who was there throughout the 2-year ordeal with Bo. The only thing I can say to you all is keep running and keep the faith. There is hope. There is hope. It's not a false hope. The field is changing exponentially. And we are investing here in the United States several more billions of dollars in learning about the brain and focusing on cancer. So folks, we're going to beat this damn disease. And my guess is that you all have observed what we've observed. The absolute incredible integrity and how can I say it? Honesty of so many people suffering from this disease. how they keep just soldiering on. So I thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I thank you.